Hi, this is Noah the Freelance Painter, and today's video is going to be a quick tutorial on how I deal with paint sags or drips while I'm spraying. I just did a first coat in this room. Overall it looks great, but on the inside of this door jamb there's a few areas where there are some sags. I overlapped a little too much, got heavy, and it dripped. So I'm going to show you how I deal with that. It's really quick. It's a very approachable method. So I just use a sharp blade. This is a 6-inch putty knife that I use for everything, including this. You could also use a window scraper or something like that. A fine sanding sponge in water, we're wet sanding here, and lastly some blue paper towels to soak up the extra, and a headlamp. I use this, but really any light source will do. So just with these things we can fix these sags and then spray them and no one will ever know they were there. So I'm going to reposition the camera over here so I can show you a close-up, and I will be right back. Okay, there is the offending drip. It's a pretty bad one, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not proud of that. But first step, take something sharp and shear off the biggest parts, because that's just less to sand, making your life easier. I love this 6-inch flexible mud knife from Purdy. I have several of them for different uses. One of them stays pristine for actual mud, and you know, the rest do this kind of stuff. I'll scrape a house with this sometimes. All right, next step, fine sanding sponge in water. Why water? You want to decrease friction so that there is less, so that the paint sands much better. This paint is not fully cured, it's still kind of supple. It's a couple hours post spray, and you know, all the parts that I didn't lay on too thick dried long ago, but this part's still a little supple, and that's actually when I like to scrape them off and sand. You can do it the next day, but I don't think there's, I don't know, I just find it's better a couple hours after. There's a sweet spot. You can see I am soaking this sponge pretty often. It clogs up with paint pretty quickly, so you want to be mindful of that and not just, you know, grind the paint that you're trying to take off and feather back into it. So constantly wiping and rinsing, and that is about good. I'm going to do one more once over up here. Yeah. Quick up and down just to feather everything out. But yeah, there it is. So that's all you need to do. It's really, really easy. It is really quick. So it happens to the best of us. Don't panic if it happens to you. Just do this. You don't need any fancy sanders or fancy tools. It's a really simple fix. So since I'm using a really high quality top coat, I'm just gonna do a quick spray there and at the few other spots before the end of the day, and come back tomorrow and do my full second coat, and I think that'll be just fine. So yeah, not a big deal. That is how you deal with drips or sags while you're spraying. All right, so you just saw me do one quick pass with the sprayer on this whole face, and I will do one more of those, but already it's just so evened out, it's smooth, and I put emerald straight over that bare wood that I exposed, and it's passing a fingernail test perfectly. I'm not worried about adhesion there, just because it is emerald is such a good product. So that's all good. Easy fix. Don't freak out if you get sags. They are just a few minutes of your time and a little bit of an overall delay because you do have to two coat now, but overall it's a pretty small price to pay for a mistake. So it happens when you do a project like this, and if you would like to see the overall project that I'm doing, turning knotty pine vertical board into paint grade, That link will be in the upper corner again. So please check that out if you're so inclined, and thank you very much for watching.